I thought I could hear half of America saying, "Oh no, come on, why her," when they called my name. Enjoy your stay on our channel again. Meryl Streep's name has become a landmark in the movie world. She is known not only for her amazing playing skills, but also as a symbol of perfection, success, and fame. Even though she seems perfect, her life has not been a run of constant wins, as many people might think. There are inner battles, losses, and sacrifices that go on behind every prestigious award and every great performance that not many people know about. Meryl Streep has had problems that seemed impossible to solve during the height of her success. From the pain of losing the person she loved most to the pressure to be perfect, what kept her strong and helped her get through those hard times? And how has Meryl Streep been able to keep winning people over for over 50 years? Discover the hidden sides of Meryl Streep's life with us. It will be a trip full of drama, emotions, and stories that no one would ever expect. Early life. Mary Louise Streep, who goes by the stage name Meryl Streep, was born on June 22, 1949 in Summit, New Jersey, into a family of smart people. Mary Wilkinson Streep, Meryl's mother, was an artist with a free spirit and a love for the arts. Harry William Streep Jr., her father, was a pharmaceutical executive with a balance between art and practicality that had a big impact on Meryl's life and work. Meryl Streep wasn't seen as a standard beauty model when she was a child. She stated that she was a little girl with big glasses and curly hair that wouldn't stay in place. Meryl didn't feel like she belonged there, and she never thought she'd be able to stand out. But in a world that seemed harsh, Meryl's mother was the only one who always saw her daughter's promise. She told Meryl many times that if she believed in herself, she could do anything. These encouraging words became a great source of drive, getting Meryl to dream of things she never thought were possible. For Meryl, her time at Bernard's High School was especially hard. Because she didn't believe in herself and didn't have any unique features, she often felt left out. Meryl, on the other hand, slowly found a creative world where she could change and escape from her real self when she did artistic things, especially school plays. It helped her express herself and get past emotional problems that she was having. When Meryl was 12, she started taking singing lessons from the famous Estelle Liebling. Meryl quickly understood that opera wasn't the path she wanted to take, even though she had a beautiful voice. She chose to focus on acting instead because she thought it would let her be as creative as she wanted to be. After getting high marks at Vassar College, the Yale School of Drama is one of the best art schools in the United States, and Meryl chose to further her work there. To pay for her school, she worked hard here and was in more than a dozen shows every year. She quickly got tired from all of these efforts, and the stress made her get an ulcer in her stomach. There were times when Meryl thought about quitting acting to become a lawyer, but her love of the arts ultimately kept her going. When she first started playing professionally, Meryl Streep was very excited. She had just graduated from the Yale School of Drama. She did have some pretty cool early days on stage, though. In her early years, Meryl played parts in plays in New York, such as Trelawney of the Wells 1975. Even though these parts didn't get a lot of attention, Meryl's acting in them made a big effect on theater directors and critics. She wasn't known for her beauty or glamour, but for how well she could play many different roles and how strong she made each character feel. Her success on the stage helped her get roles in movies. Her first movie role was in The Red Grave in 1977, even though she had a small part. Movie makers started to notice Meryl. The Deer Hunter, which came out in 1978, was Meryl Streep's big break. It was for this movie that she got her first Oscar nod for Best Supporting Actress. The next year, in 1979, she got her first Oscar for Best Supporting Actress for her role in Kramer vs. Kramer. Meryl played Joanna in Kramer vs. Kramer. She is a mother who leaves her son to find herself again, only to later fight over who gets to keep the child. This part really showed off Meryl's amazing acting skills, which are a mix of deep emotion and subtle character growth. Even though she didn't have a lot of screen time, every second of it was powerful and will stay with you. This time was a big turning point in Meryl Streep's career. She quickly became known as one of the best actresses on the big screen after being a great stage performer. Having a successful career Kramer vs. Before Sophie's Choice 1982, Meryl Streep was one of Hollywood's biggest stars in movies like Kramer and The Deer Hunter. But that movie was really the high point of her career. People were moved to tears by her performance in Sophie's Choice, and she received high praise from critics for her outstanding acting skills. Sophie Zawistowski is a character who lived through the Holocaust. Meryl had never played a part that was so complicated and hard. Meryl had to act in both English and Polish for the movie, and she did a great job of showing how a woman who feels guilty feels inside. Sophie has to choose between her two kids in a famous scene that has become one of the most famous moments in movie history. With this part, Meryl not only won her second Oscar for Best Actress, but her name went down in movie history as well. During the 1980s, Meryl Streep's career took off, and she was in a lot of great movies. She played with Robert Redford in the 1985 movie Out of Africa, which was a romantic drama set in Kenya. The movie did well at the box office and won Meryl another Oscar nomination. Meryl's versatility as an actress was shown by her part as Karen Blixen, a strong and private woman. Meryl still gave a highly emotional and profound performance as Karen Blixen, even though it was very different from the sad characters she had played before. Meryl also played Karen Silkwood, a nuclear plant worker working for her rights, in Silkwood 1983, which came out in the same decade. She was nominated for another Oscar for this role, which solidified her reputation as an actress who could play strong women dealing with important social problems. Meryl Streep was known for her roles in serious dramas, but she also showed she was a versatile actress by switching to comedies. She played the lead in the 1990 movie Postcards from the Edge, which was based on a book by Carrie Fisher. Meryl played an actor who was abusing drugs and living with the attention of her famous mother. The movie not only broke new ground in its genre, but it also showed a different side of her performing, wit and subtlety. This change helped Meryl stay at the top of the movie business, because it showed that she could do well in both serious and funny parts. In 1992, Meryl's part in Death Becomes Her was another important step in her career as a dark comedian. Goldie Hawn, Bruce Willis, and she worked together to make a unique and fantastical comedy movie. The movie did well at the box office and became a humor classic. Meryl Streep's work moved into a new phase in the 2000s. She played Miranda Priestley in The Devil Wears Prada in 2006, which helped younger people relate to her more. One of Meryl's most famous parts was as Miranda Priestley, the cold and powerful editor-in-chief of a magazine. Even though the character was mean and difficult, Meryl gave it a lot of meaning, getting people to both admire and fear her. The movie did well at the box office and won Meryl another Oscar nomination. She wasn't a trained singer, but Meryl Streep kept pushing herself by starring in the musical movie Mamma Mia, 2008. Not only did the movie do very well at the box office, but it also showed that Meryl could sing, act, and do comedies. The happy and lively energy of the movie gave Meryl's career a whole new dimension, making her a well-known figure to fans of all ages. In 2011, Meryl Streep once again wowed people all over the world with her role as Margaret Thatcher in The Iron Lady. Meryl not only changed how she looked to play the British Prime Minister, but she also got all of the character's subtleties and complexities. She won a third Oscar for her flawless performance, an honor that very few artists can claim. Even though she is 60 years old now, Meryl Streep keeps taking on new parts that challenge her. From Doubt, 2008, where she played a strict nun to Julie and Julia. 2009, in which she played the famous Chef Julia Child, Meryl has continued to show that she is a versatile actor. These parts have not only helped her stay famous, but they have also added new highlights to her already impressive career. Review and feedback from coworkers. The actress Meryl Streep has had a long and successful career lasting more than 50 years. However, she has also been criticized by other actors and actresses. The famous Katharine Hepburn said one of the most interesting things about Meryl Streep. Hepburn was honest when she said that Meryl Streep took acting too seriously and was always too focused on remembering every line. Hepburn was known for her strong and natural acting, while Meryl paid close attention to every little thing in her roles, from her voice to her body language. Hepburn thought that this level of care was too much and wasn't needed. Even though this might have been just a difference in how they worked, criticism from a famous person like Katharine Hepburn caused a lot of public discussion. One of the best and most well-known actors of the 1990s was Susan Sarandon. They also said they didn't like how Meryl Streep always got the best parts. During an interview, Sarandon said that Meryl had played every important female part in movies before anyone else, which meant that other actresses didn't have as many chances to shine. This made a lot of people at work jealous because they thought they earned the same attention and chances as Meryl. She even made fun of Meryl by saying that if her personal life were as perfect as the way the media praised her, she was going to kill herself. These comments brought up some of the stress and pressure that came with competing with someone who is often called queen of the film industry. Sharon Stone, another Hollywood star, said something shocking when she said that Meryl looks like any other woman. Stone thought that the reason people liked Meryl so much was because she wasn't pretty like most movie stars. Stone said that Meryl was more beautiful than her, but she couldn't get the big parts that Meryl did. Sharon Stone said that people loved Meryl Streep because she made them feel close, which made her the queen of every part. People in Hollywood quickly had a range of responses to this comment. Some people agreed with Sharon Stone that Meryl's success wasn't just due to how she looked. But a lot of other people thought Stone's comments were just pointless jealousy. Meryl Streep showed that acting isn't just about how you look, it's also about how well you can inhabit characters and connect with the audience on an emotional level. Meryl Streep got into another big fight with the famous fashion designer Karl Lagerfeld. Meryl ordered a dress from Chanel in 2017 while she was getting ready for the Oscars, but later. In the movie Angels in America, Al Pacino worked with Meryl in The Deer Hunter. He once said that Meryl was the most devoted actor he had ever met. He told her that her earnestness and dedication to her work were what made her truly unique, not how famous she was. Viola Davis, who is one of the most talented and well-liked actors in Hollywood right now, has also said in public that she admires Meryl Streep. Meryl is a big influence on her work, and she once said, "Meryl made it possible for all of us." Personally, Meryl Streep is known as a strong and skilled movie star, but her personal life is full of deep stories, painful losses, and an amazing love for her family. At the height of her fame in the late 1970s, Meryl Streep met and fell in love with John Cazale, the skilled actor who became famous for his part as Fredo Corleone in The Godfather. Even though Cazale was 14 years older than Streep, they fell in love as soon as they met on the set of a Shakespeare play. John Cazale was a well-known and respected actor in the business, and Meryl's friendship with him made her love and dedication to acting even stronger. But their relationship was put to the test when Cazale was told she had lung cancer that would not heal. During his last days, Meryl stayed by his side, spending time with Cazale and taking care of him when he was in pain. She turned down many job chances to be with him. She even moved into the hospital where Cazale was being treated to take care of him until he died in March 1978. The death of John Cazale was a terrible blow to Meryl Streep's personal life. She has said that her love for Cazale made her strong, and taking care of him during his last days taught her how to deal with pain and difficulty. Meryl's life changed dramatically when Cazale died. It made her stronger and more driven. In her just 6 months after Cazale's death, she found comfort and love with sculptor Don Gummer. Gummer used to be good friends with Meryl's brother and helped her pack up Cazale's things after he died. What at first looked like a short-term link turned into the start of a long and happy relationship. Even though Meryl Streep and Don Gummer got married very quickly in just a few months, their relationship has become one of the most stable in Hollywood. In September 1978, they got married, and they've been happy together ever since. In that time, Meryl and Don have built a strong family with 4 kids: artist Henry Wolf Gummer, Mamie Gummer, Grace Gummer, and Louisa Gummer. They are all actors. The family life of Meryl and Don Gummer has always been kept secret. Meryl has said that Don has helped her keep her acting career going without giving up family life. He has always been there for her in a quiet way, taking care of the kids and doing chores around the house so Meryl could focus on her work. She said one time, "Don is needed for everything." Meryl Streep has always tried to find a balance between her busy acting job and her family life. It doesn't matter how well her work has done, her family has always come first. There have been times when Meryl had to be away from her family for work, but she has always tried to spend time with her husband and kids. She usually picks movie jobs that are close to home or shoots in places that are easy for her family to get to, so she can get home every day. Meryl Streep is a beautiful actor, and she also loves being a mom. It's because of how she raised her 4 kids that they can be independent and grow their own skills. Her 3 girls, Mamie, Grace, and Louisa, have all become actresses and are now trying to make a living as actresses. Meryl has always been there for her kids and let them follow their dreams, even though she knows how hard the show business can be. Meryl Streep keeps showing that her family is the most important thing to her, no matter how successful she is in her work. She is a famous person in both her personal and professional life because she loves her work and her family very much. Legacy and influence: Meryl Streep is famously known as Hollywood's living star after more than 50 years in the business. She is unique because she played a lot of different parts and worked hard at her craft. She also leaves behind a huge legacy that will have a big impact on actors today and in the future. Her accomplishments not only show how talented she is, but they are also a constant source of inspiration for individuals who love playing. Meryl Streep is one of the stars who has won the most awards in movie history. With 21 nods for an Academy Award, which is the most for any actor, and 3 wins, Meryl has shown that she is the best. Meryl Streep has also been nominated for and won 32 Golden Globes, which is the most of any actress. This makes it even clearer that she is one of the most important stars in movie history. Besides that, she has won a lot of other awards such as Emmys, BAFTAs, and SAGs. Meryl became a tall example of great acting. Meryl Streep's fame and success aren't just the result of natural ability, they're also the result of years of hard work and dedication. From dramatic movies like Sophie's Choice to musicals like Mamma Mia, Meryl has always been able to change and bring life to every part. Each of Meryl's acts is seen as a work of art by both audiences and critics. In addition, Meryl Streep has become a huge role model for many artists down the years. Because of her skill and hard work, she has changed how artists approach and play their parts. Many young artists look up to Meryl Streep as an example of how to keep going, keep learning, and keep getting better. Viola Davis, who is one of the best and most well-known actors working today, has said many times how much she admires Meryl Streep. Davis thinks that Meryl is an inspiration for women artists of the future, making them feel more comfortable taking on roles that are hard and powerful. Viola once said, "Meryl has opened the door for all of us," referring to Meryl's work in the movie business. Since she is 70 years old, many stars have retired and stopped working in show business, but Meryl Streep is still working on big movies. Not only does she love being a mother and wife, she is an artist, though, and she never stops making things. Her unwavering dedication and love for the arts show how much she cares. Meryl Streep's personal life is still pretty stable. It's still easy for her to get along with her husband, Don Gummer, and their kids. Meryl often talks about how important family is to her and how they have helped her stay grounded in the tough world of Hollywood in conversations. In her business life, Meryl keeps working on new movies and projects. She performed in Little Women in 2019 and then wowed viewers with her part in the hit TV show Big Little Lies. It shows that Meryl Streep is still one of the most sought-after actors in Hollywood, even though she is 70 years old. She not only keeps up her high standards, but she also keeps pushing herself by taking on new and difficult tasks. Meryl Streep is not only a sign of great acting in movies, but also someone who is strong and doesn't give up when things get hard. What do you think of her moving story? Leave a comment below to tell us what you think about Meryl Streep's great roles and how she has changed movies. Do not forget to subscribe to our channel if you like these kinds of stories. You can learn more about other great people and the interesting stories behind their lives. Please click like and subscribe so you don't miss any new and interesting videos.